once he left the freeway.
Passing the Briar Grove area right now, approaching Voss. There's that shopping center on the right-hand side there, a Randall Shopping Center, along with other tenants. It's a big shopping district there, and this person's cutting through a parking lot yet again. This may be at the intersection at Voss. Yes, there's a Wells Fargo bank that's in front of that Randall's. Making a right now on Voss, heading northbound. The next major intersection is going to be Woodway as we try to get our signal established here. Northbound on Woodway.
We lost our signal, but here it is back again now, and we can only see one police officer behind him. As I mentioned earlier, they're carefully, assiduously following the chase policy. Now he's being blocked in a little bit here.
Making it through there, we see some cars moving out of the way. Again, this red SUV being pursued by officers with the chase starting in Brazoria County and some reckless driving going on. We just saw some wrong way driving on San Felipe. Now this driver is heading on Woodway. Just passing Second Baptist Church there on the right-hand side.
Now we're into about 25 minutes into this chase. Police officers carefully monitoring him. The police helicopter above, letting the police officers know where he's going. Now you can see
hit him right there.
He just tried that maneuver where you hit the back of the car and cause it to spin, but it didn't work. All you saw was the police officer's bumper come off.
And it's going to be tough to see as much now. We're in a heavily wooded area of Memorial. This is Memorial and Voss. Driver on Voss right now, but getting close to the intersection at Memorial, so a lot of trees there. As we just saw, police tried to get this driver to stop, but with no luck.
Ramming the back of the car frequently results in the car being chased, spinning, and then they've got him. But it didn't work this time because of the speed at which the officer hit the SUV. It just continued to go. It didn't spin. It went straight.
Looks like he tried to go on the sidewalk there. We're going to find out what street this is. It might be Memorial at this point.
Looks like he's going up
east on Memorial.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, so now we've got the driver heading east on Memorial, just hit there from Voss. We'll be getting closer to Chimney Rock if he keeps going this way. I say he, it could not be, but 9 out of 10 times it is. Duchesne Academy will be on the left-hand side there. We'll see what direction this person chooses. Also getting a little bit closer to I-10, and this person might be aware of that, maybe trying to get closer to a freeway and out of some of these smaller streets.
He's also driving into a new jurisdiction here. He's driving into the villages, and if the village police officers who are no doubt monitoring this get involved, it could be a whole different situation.
Again, watching a high-speed pursuit that's been going on for about 25 minutes now, starting in Brazoria County. We've got a driver in the heart of Houston right now, in the heart of a residential district at 6:07 in the evening. There are a lot of kids that are out of school. This is an area where kids are outside. They like to play. They like to ride their bikes. It gets a little bit dicey here. Just making a area here in the
lots of homes here. Hopefully no children are outside on the roads in this residential area because this person has been driving extremely fast. The car has been bumped a couple of times by law enforcement, but the driver just keeps on going. The back of the car sort of fishtailed a little bit when he was bumped by the law enforcement officer, but the driver just kept on going, and he's been getting up to some pretty fast speeds through that residential area.
We heard last, and we're getting some directions from people who are listening to the traffic here, that turned off of Memorial into this residential area. So now we're in the residential area in the Memorial neighborhood, going up and down, and that certainly explains all the wooded area there. But you have people coming home from work right now. You've got kids playing out in the streets.
That's right.
There
kids
is
are
so
home
much
from
danger
school.
here.
That's right. That's right. Kids are home from school, and the weather has been absolutely fantastic for the kiddos to play outside. So fortunately, we haven't seen any children out on the roads, and this guy even drove up on the sidewalk.
And we're watching this police chase now in the height of rush hour, again on Memorial Drive. A lot of people who try to stay off of the freeways will sometimes take Memorial and some of these thoroughfares to get from points east to west. So
But now west, I'm told, on Memorial, as we have a little picture freeze from Skyfox, we're also told that HPD has a helicopter up here. So this guy is not going to get anywhere. I'm presuming it's a guy.
Right, he certainly isn't. He or she will not get anywhere. The Houston police officers have a chopper in the air. We have our chopper in the air right there, following this guy with the cameras on him. And these chases never end well. Hopefully it will end soon with the person just pulling over and sort of giving up. Hopefully we won't have any bad crashes or anything like that. But this person has been.
As you can see, a two-lane road, one lane heading west, one lane heading east. Sometimes a sidewalk and sometimes not. So depending on what the traffic's doing, it's going to dictate how this driver is going to be able to navigate through the area.
He's in an area known as the Memorial Villages, and driving mostly through Hunters Creek Village in the last few minutes. I'm kind of surprised in a way that the village police officers haven't gotten involved in this. They have a different chase policy than the city, and the city may have waved them off because they're conducting this chase.
He has his lights flashing for some reason. I don't know, that just struck me as unusual. But again, a driver heading westbound on Memorial, getting very close to Voss. It's going to be just past Voss, still heading westbound on Memorial. Still heading westbound. So the next major intersection is going to be where Memorial and San Felipe merge. This is a road that weaves a lot. You've got a very high-end residential area through here. Kids out of school right now.
Essentially been moving in a circle here.
You get the sense the driver really doesn't know where they're going.
No, and for someone who doesn't know, this area, he's been incredibly lucky that he didn't wind up in dead-end cul-de-sacs, and he may know that he has just circumnavigated the entire Hunters Creek Village neighborhood there.
Right.
Just made a big circle there.
Piney Point Village, I think, is next if he keeps heading westbound. We're learning also this started as a traffic stop in Brazoria County.
Why this person ran in the first place. A lot of trees, can't really see where the driver is right now.
We've passed Voss on West Memorial. We've passed.
Also an opportunity to split off and go on San Felipe and continue westbound, which the driver might take because there are more lanes and it's a straight thoroughfare. It doesn't weave like Memorial Drive does. Making a left. Again, this looks like a left into a residential area again.
He may have undone himself here.
Yep.
He's on a cul-de-sac.
Yep.
Yep.
They got him.
He's being stopped. He's bracketed in this cul-de-sac street. It does not appear to have gotten out of his car yet. Let's hope we get our signal back.
Trying to get our signal.
Okay.
There we go. This is Piney Point Village, right around Memorial and San Felipe. Officers have their guns drawn. They're trying to get the person out of the vehicle. I see a hand.
He's being waved out by one of the officers. He's coming out of his car. They're going to tell him to get on the street,
right?
Which, if he's smart, he'll do right there.
Yep, right there. Both hands up and behind his head.
Now let's see what happens next, because usually what we see at this point is exactly what you're seeing: a foot on the back, bring their arms back around and cuff him.
They're checking to see if somebody else is in the vehicle. So far, we haven't heard of that. It looks like just a driver. But police have their man in Piney Point Village on Memorial Drive, near Fondren. A driver just obviously didn't know the area, turned into a residential street, and like Bill and I were mentioning, there are a lot of cul-de-sacs through Memorial Drive, and this person got stuck. Police officers were able to get him in the front and back, and they've got their driver cornered. Again,
Houston Police Department joined in the chase, and fortunately looks like it ended there in the Memorial area.
With nobody getting hurt, thankfully so. A rough time of day to be chasing and driving so erratically, and there were some crazy speeds there seemingly as we looked at the Skyfox picture. We'll continue to watch this. It appears to be over, thankfully, safely. One more chase in the big city, done. Thanks for joining us. We'll send you back to regular programming.
What have we